Good morning, dear students. Today we will see two more methods of the separation of the substance. So here is separating a solid that sublimes from other solids which do not sublime. So what is sublimation? First of all, changing of a solid directly into vapor by heating is called sublimation. The vapor on cooling gives pure substance in solid form, which is called sublimate. When a substance is heated, its vapor comes out. These vapor on cooling give the pure substance back in the solid form on cooling. Then that substance is termed as sublimate. Substances like camphor, that is kapoor, ammonium chloride NH4Cl, naphthalene, that is mothballs, anthracene, benzoic acid and iodine sublimes on heating. So here we will discuss about ammonium chloride NH4Cl and NaCl sodium chloride are mixed and we want to separate them. NH4Cl ammonium chloride is subliming substance, whereas sodium chloride is not subliming substance, so they are in need to separate by the sublimation technique. So what is to be done? Let us see here. In a one china dish, a mixture of ammonium chloride and NaCl is to be taken. So I have drawn here a lump of a substance with yellow and blue color together, that is the mixture. Actually, we will get white fumes on heating. This is the Bunsen burner and wire gauze is there so that the china dish won't be directly get heated, so it won't get break. And now here the vapor comes out. You can see the blue color's vapor coming out. Actually white fume comes, but here you can understand, so I have shown blue. And this is inverted funnel cap. It is also of glass, so we can see. And a cotton plug is to be fixed at the end of that funnel tube so that the escaping of the vapor will not take place. Now this vapor, when comes in the contact of the funnel, they will try to stick on it and get cooled, and they are again solidified, which I have shown in blue color. This solidified substance is ammonium chloride, and the last here in the china dish will remain the sodium chloride because it is not sublimating. So thus we are able to get the substance which is subliming by giving heat to it, so it will vaporize, and their vaporize on getting cooled will again get back into the solidified form. So this solidified ammonium chloride is then scraped and collected out from the funnel. So both the substance sodium chloride NaCl and NH4Cl can be separated by the sublimation process. Now one more method, separating the colored components of a mixture by the chromatography technique. So what is chromatography? It is a word derived from the Greek word that is chroma, color, and graphy, separation. Separation of the colors from a soluble solution is called chromatography. It is based on the principle of distribution. Distribution, that means to separate in a different layers. Chromatography is done by different methods: paper chromatography, column chromatography, gas chromatography. But here we will illustrate about the paper chromatography, and it is done by a special chromatography filter paper. Chromatography is a technique of separating two or more dissolved solids which are present in the solution in very small quantities. So what is said over here? A soluble solids in a very small quantities. 2-3 different solids in a small quantities are dissolved together and one solution is made. For such type of mixture, chromatography is used. To separate colored components that is present in the dye in the black ink is to be discussed. Black ink, right? So black ink, blue ink, white ink, whatever the ink we see present in the sketch pen even, right? They are actually different color dyes dissolved in one solution and we need to separate them. For a chromatographic method, we need one strip of chromatographic paper. On it we have to draw a line with the pencil, which is considered as a marked line, and on it a drop of ink from a pen or a sketch pen is to be made, and we need to let it dry. Then we have to place this strip into a glass jar which is filled with the water, and it should be filled in the water up to the level where the marked line just touches the border of the water. This paper is hanged by the hanging clips on a glass rod, and then you have to keep it for 2-3 hours, and then you have to observe. What you will observe over here? We'll observe that in this strip, then you will have to take this strip out, and you will observe that the water which was up to this level here rises up to this level. Mark of a water I have shown here. But along with the rise of the water, what we will see? The black ink spots which first we have kept is now giving 3 different spots of yellow, blue and red color. This shows us that the ink which was kept black color consists of 3 different color dyes, yellow, blue and red. Here we can also mention that more the soluble components, that means those components which are more soluble, they are rising faster with the water up to the upper level, and the less soluble remains at the lower level. Right? In the higher classes, the value of rising flow of this dyes is also to be calculated, and which is calculated by the formula RF. What is RF? Range of rising flow, distance travelled by solute upon distance travelled by solvent. Here the solute is different dyes and solvent is the water. Here in 9th standard you are not supposed to calculate, but just keep the formula in the mind. Right? Now, where the chromatographic technique is applicable? So it is applicable to separate the colors in a dye. Right? In a textile industries also, when a different colors are used to make the different clothes of different colors, then what amount of the proportion of the colors is to be mixed, and what are mixed in one sample of color is also separated by this method. Pigments from the natural colors, when the natural colors are available from the plants, right? Different types of fruits and flowers and stems and all, from them the pigments are also separated by this technique. And also drugs from the blood, right? When the blood is being tested, so what type of drugs are present in a blood? If a person is addicted to alcohol or some type of opium, heroin, and when their blood is tested, we can come to know that what amount of the drugs even not are present in the blood. Not only that, sometimes the extra amount of the medicines the people if take, and overdose of medicines, in what amount of drugs in that medicines is present, that is also tested in the blood by the chromatography method. Thank you.